Hey guys! So I wanted to make this video just because it has been something kind of on my mind for a little while now. It's just something that I think about a lot, and it seems like lately it's just been getting worse and worse. And I know a lot of people suffer from it, and it's something completely normal nowadays, and that's depression. So in 2008, I was diagnosed with depression. It just seemed like after I had my first ovarian cyst removed off my ovary, just everything fell apart for me with like depression, and I didn't care about school anymore. I didn't care about hanging out with friends, doing anything like that. I was fine for a while, and I was put on medication to help with the depression, so yes, I am taking some meds for it. I just feel like lately, I don't know what it is or why, it just seems like it's not working anymore, and I've been feeling really depressed, and just, I'm starting not to care, and it scares me. I'm not gonna lie, it scares me because I don't like feeling that way. It's not a good feeling, and I know no one would like feeling that way, but it's something that we all feel sometimes, unfortunately. But I just kind of wanted to talk about depression because sometimes talking does help, and releasing all those feelings does help. A little bit back history on my depression. I was a self-harmer for the longest time, and there was one cut that was so bad that I ended up having to get 5 stitches, and my doctors did not believe me when I said it was an accident, that I was sharpening a knife, but I was young and scared. And luckily my mom was there for me. She really helped me through it. She talked to me about it. Was trying to figure out why I did it and why I was doing it at that point. Like I said, it just seemed like after the first ovarian cyst surgery that I had in 2008, just everything started going downhill. In 2012, I was hospitalized for my depression. I was there for about 4 days, and it was not a fun experience, but I don't regret it. I don't regret going to get help because I knew that I needed it at that time. So I am glad I went. I did meet some friends there, which was nice. They helped me get through it. And I was only in that one time, thankfully, where there's been people who've been in there multiple times. And I am so thankful that I only had to go once, and that it's been better up until now. It just does seem like it's getting worse and worse. I don't know if it's because of all the health issues that I've been having, or if I'm just getting myself so run down with work and then trying to get things situated at home with after work and just everything, and I don't have time to rest. I just know that my depression has been getting worse, and I did relapse about maybe 3 or 4 months ago and self-harm again. I did cut myself. That's what I would do when I was really, really depressed. At one point, when I was younger, maybe about 15, 16 years old, I was self-harming pretty much every day. And I'm not proud of that. I'm really not. But I don't regret any of it, because it made me who I am today. It made me a stronger person. But looking back at it, I wish I would have made different choices. I wish that I would have started to write more, or worked out more, or just went on walks, or listened to more music, or whatever, just to try and get that feeling to go away. And I know it's hard. It is. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the hardest things, and I still do struggle with it. And it's just something that comfort me in times when I was really upset, depressed, angry, anything like that. It was there, and I knew that it was, but I knew it was hurting my loved ones. It was hurting my family, my friends, and that's kind of what made me stop for a while. But like I said, my depression has been getting so bad that a lot of times I do wish that I could cut or that I could hurt myself. And I have been talking to people about it, which is nice, so I do get my mind off of it. But that feeling never goes away. It's always there. And it sucks. Because you don't want to think those thoughts. You don't want to have that feeling. But it doesn't stop. I am just so lucky that I do have support systems that work, like my mom and my fiance, who I love very much. And they do help me through it. And I have friends that I can talk to. And I've been writing a lot more in a journal. Like, I have a journal just for writing about how I'm feeling that day or what's going on in my life. And it helps, and I'm so thankful that it does. At one point, too, with depression, I was smoking. It was cigarettes, so it wasn't marijuana or anything like that. But I was starting to smoke a half a pack a day. And it was so bad that I started smoking during school. I would just go into the girls' bathroom and just start smoking. I didn't care. I would skip class to go smoke. And it just started consuming me until finally one day I decided I wanted to quit. I wanted to be better. So I did. I quit. I do admit that once in a great while, when I am very, very stressed, I do smoke a cigarette here and there. And it's not the worst thing in the world. There are, worse things like self-harm or anything like that. But I have started to go and do more positive things. I have been dancing a little bit more, but I have to be careful because my knee, because just in September I had another knee surgery. It was the same as my right knee. It was the lateral release, and I feel like this one was a little bit more intense because he did have to do more than what they thought they were going to have to, and more than what they did in the right knee. So I'm still trying to recover from that. But the point of this video is, if you're suffering from depression and you're suffering from anxiety, you're not alone. There are people you can talk to. Your friends, your family. Oops, sorry guys. There's so many people in this world who care about you, and I know it feels like there's not. I've had those feelings. I've had feelings that nobody cared about me. No one cared about how I was feeling or anything like that. But there are people who care. I care. Because I know what it's like to go through those feelings. I know what it's like to feel alone. You could be in a crowded room, and with depression, you could still feel alone. You could feel like no one cares, and everyone's talking about you behind your back. And it's the worst feeling ever. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But like I said, I made this video because I wanted everyone to know you're not alone. And even on the hardest days, you do have people there for you who love you. And it may be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a fiance, your parents, a best friend, a brother, a sister, just anybody. There are people who love you and will help you through this. All you have to do is just talk to them. They may not understand it at first. They may not get it and have a hard time with it. But eventually they will understand. And they will try and listen, and they will help you. Just like me. I now have a great guy who deals with all my mood swings from depression and all of my self-harm. And it's nice knowing he's there for me where other guys have not been. So it's nice. And I know that I have the love of my family and my friends, and they're there for me no matter what. And they love me no matter what. So I just wanted to say you are loved no matter what, and you always will be. Alright, thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you next time.